Welcome back, everyone, to Beyond the Cinema. This week, we're back with a real turd of a film.
Woo! Not even like, there's no foreplay there. That was just like, this sucks. What's the movie?
Yeah, tell us, Ethan. What's the name?
I'm getting to that.
What's the name?
I'm getting to that. It's New Mutants, everyone.
Or like the old mutants.
Got him.
October 2017.
Oh my god.
When the first trailer dropped.
Wow.
The first trailer for this movie dropped before Star Wars The Last Jedi did.
What? Ooh. That was a long time ago.
I am Ethan.
I'm Tyler!
I'm Spencer.
And this is Beyond the Cinema, so let's get into it.
I don't feel like this movie needs much of an introduction what it's about, but I'm gonna do it anyways. The New Mutants it's supposed to be a spooky X-Men movie about some kids in a spooky X-Men hospital. They're mutants, they've got
They're
powers,
spooky.
and it's real spooky.
Except it's not.
That's what it was supposed to be. It was implied that this was gonna be the first ever superhero horror movie. And obviously lots of different things happen. One of my personal favorites, so one of the earlier scenes we get in the movie is like the doctor of the facility is telling all the kids to like tell the story of the first time they like used their power or whatever.
Right.
So Maisie Williams, apparently she's Irish, and she comes from very, very, very strongly Catholic parts of Ireland. So she turns into dog. She turns into a doggo.
A wolf.
Yeah. So
She's a doggo.
she's a dog.
She's a pupper.
She's a pupper. And so she goes to the local priest, to pray it out of her. And then the priest, like, sees what she does and literally physically brands her as a witch and, like, beats her or whatever. And that's kind of like, she kills him, and that's what gets her chucked in this hospital. So later we just have a lot of awkward shower scenes in this movie for some reason. And so Danny's just like, hey, check out that cool body art you got on the back of your neck there. It's literally a brand of the letter W burned into her skin. It's very clearly scar tissue. Danny then proceeds to ask, what's the W for? Well, clearly it stands for Wumbo, SpongeBob. How stupid of a question, because, like, that question was clearly for the audience of, like, what's the W for? Do you think we're that dumb?
Yeah, those two scenes should have been flipped, because then we get that introduction to the W, and then when she tells her story about him calling her a witch and beating her, then it's like, that's what it's for.
How did those two fall in love?
They
confused.
took a shower together several times.
Yeah, I guess they showered together.
That's right.
Because their intro is like, hey, new girl, thanks for making fun of this permanent scar that not only scarred me physically, but mentally for life.
I guess I'll just open it up with our first positive. It's got decent creature design, I think. The demon bear looks pretty good. Spoiler alert.
Maisie Williams and Charlie Heaton aren't bad. That's my one sentence good thing.
Woo. I just want to talk about how long this movie felt. My eyes glazed over, a fly landed on my eyeball, and walked across for a solid 45 minutes. Like, this movie is so painfully slow. I walked out of that cinema feeling like I had aged 18 years. It's so bad and so slow, and I can't express enough how much I hate it.
So, I wanted to take a quick second to kind of get into why this movie is bad, because I like kind of posted my own personal review of it on Instagram, and like the main thing that I focused on is I really like, as much as we're making fun of this movie, I think it's bad because of the circumstances that created it. It seems like what Josh Boone's direction was trying to attempt was basically going off of the success of Logan. So you kind of get hints of that in the New Mutants, that it's the big twist or whatever is revealed that the whole hospital is run by the Essex Corporation, which is the same group of bad guys who are after Lara and the other kid mutants in Logan. And you can tell that like that was kind of what they were going with it. It does have like those ties to it. So I really think that like this movie was intended to be like R-rated horror, gritty, dark X-Men reboot that can then, like, this group of young
That carries a new
mutants
cast of
can
characters.
carry into, like, meeting up with Lara and the other mutants, and then we've got our new X-Men.
Right.
And it, like, going off of the success and style of Logan. And then we had a few different, like, reshoots and things like that. And then Disney bought out 20th Century Fox and was like, don't like that.
We don't like creativity here, folks.
I think a great way of visualizing that is like Disney took their Mickey Mouse cookie cutter and just cookie cut the crap out of that movie.
Yeah, this movie feels cookie cut.
One character whose apparently comic name is Magic and is also the worst keeps talking about how she has this like safe place that she goes to when she's scared of laughing. She goes there whenever Smiley Slender Man shows up. And so but she talks about it a lot, and apparently she can even teleport there and also grow chain link arm with a sword, ? Because those are consistent powers, right?
She was bit
carries
by a
around-
chain link arm sword pterodactyl dragon person.
Of course.
And then she just inherited all those abilities, including the crappy Russian accent, because whoever bit her was Russian as well.
And then at the end of the movie, in the climax, when they're fighting Demon Bear, it is revealed that not only can she teleport to this place, in this place, she can turn her dragon puppet into a real dragon. And then she turns her dragon puppet into a real dragon not in this place. And I just want to know why nothing matters and we're all going to die one day and that's inevitable. I want to know that. Because that's pretty much all the explanation the movie gives us. And it felt like I was having an aneurysm when all of a sudden her puppet dragon was a real dragon on her shoulder. And all of a sudden she can bring the bear into her secret place, but she doesn't keep it there. She instead, and she doesn't use that to teleport out of the facility, even when she's being kept in an isolation chamber or a tiny shrinking bubble. Yeah, nothing matters in this movie and nothing matters in life, and I'm left a depressed hollow shell of my former self. So that's this movie for you, ladies and gents. Now, Spencer.
Good notes, Ethan. All right, so that leads to my two notes that have to do entirely with the end of this film, which was absolute nonsense, as you're already starting to gather. So one of the things is Danny is knocked out for some reason. She's just asleep, and isn't waking up. And she does this little vision thingy in her head where she's in the snow and back in the tree where she was hiding at the beginning of the movie. And her dad shows up in ghost form and is like, "Hey, daughter, you gotta go. You gotta wake up.
You gotta fight Bear."
You gotta fight Bear." And daughter's like, "Well, it's just he's so big."
Not like he's so strong or he's a demon bear.
Yeah.
He's just...
He's
too big.
He's too big. In response to this concern, Ghost Dad says, "But you are bigger."
And she wakes up.
You just see the light enter her eyes. Of course! I am bigger! Immediately I will wake up and be bigger than this bear, and that's what happened.
But what doesn't make sense as well about that is, like, what about the bear was there to murder her? It was hunting her. So what about her just being like, "Stop it, I'm brave now"? I don't care that you're brave. Like, I'm definitely gonna kill you dead.
So my last gripe with the ending of this movie, this part happens just before the end when they're walking out of the gates of this hospital place. Just before the end, the bear's gone, they're all walking outside now, and Danny, she's like turning to the group and she's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you all so much for saving me." And girlfriend Maisie What's-Her-Bucket
Williams.
Whatever. "Are you kidding? You saved us." What? Sorry? She just about killed all of you this entire movie.
To recap, all of the issues they've been running into in this movie, which is all of their greatest fears and demons kind of coming to life and actually manifesting and hurting them and stuff, that's Danny's power. She manifests people's fears into real things.
You have a new brand on your neck now, thanks to this chick. Like,
thank you for summoning monsters to kill us and other people.
We love you. So that was my gripes with the ending. Ending was stupid, poo-poo, gross.
I'm gonna skip it. It's bad. I'm saying don't even waste your time watching it, but skip this movie. It's trash. Garbage.
Hard skip.
See
Hard.
it. Just kidding.
Whoa.
Very, very strong skip it. Skip it so fast you break the skip it button. It's bad.
I think we're just gonna leave it at that. We don't need to keep talking about how bad it is. Yeah, New Mutants, not good. We're gonna be talking about a good movie. Yeah, so we instantly saw Bill and Ted right after the New Mutants because we wanted to see something decent.
And thank God we did.
So look forward to hearing from us talking about Bill and Ted 3 Face the Music. I was about to call it Excellent Adventure. We'll be reviewing that and then be looking forward to our review of Tenet in a few short days as well. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button, subscribe button, click the little bell if you really want to. Follow us on Instagram at 60 Second Films. We're going to be posting a lot of shorts on there as well as like kind of written reviews kind of thing. So if you want to look at a more concise version of what we're talking about, make sure to check that out as well. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks for going with us beyond the cinema.
It's
first grade, SpongeBob.